have reached the semifinal stage of this college football playoff. It's time to find out who has the depth and the drive to take one huge step closer to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome, everyone, to Glendale, Arizona. This is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on last season's national champions, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. Team out there, we are about to get cranked up for the semi-final collision. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Gives it to the back. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Talk about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Looking to pass here on second down. Checks this down to the running back. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
It's a quick grab. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Oh, the defense, they get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And the Gators with 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. He escapes the pocket. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Breaks free. Breaks into the clear. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
Boy, what a great job of using his speed. Get him on the edge, allow him to be able to pull away from people, pick up big yards, and come up with a nice first down.
Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. Touchdown, Gators, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Going to be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. He keeps it, QB drawn. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
How about this run here by this Virginia Tech running back to be able to pick up this first down? And, man, they've had a lot of speed over the years in that backfield at Lane Stadium. Kevin Jones and David Wilson and Lee Suggs. And now we're seeing this young man today being able to run the football very similar fashion.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. That ball snagged for a completion. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The Hokies pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The receiver grabs it. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Able to fight for a decent gain here on that running play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
That run sets up a critical third down play. And they pick up the first on the ground. Has the first down and more. That play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Catch made down near the 10, and he's still going. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up on 1st and goal from the 8.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10. It's a keeper. Touchdown, Virginia Tech, as they get on the board here in this playoff game.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Extra point splits the uprights. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And here's the handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
And the receivers got it.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Here's the target, and it's complete. You maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied.
We'll see if the rest of this playoff game can live up to a very competitive opening period. 4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
What a job by this quarterback here on 4th down. Had to survey the defense, eventually just goes to the check down for the running back, moves the chains, and keeps this drive going.
A quick throw out left, complete. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going, and it's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. But finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Back to throw again. On the move now. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. And this pass is on target. Caught. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 30. And a first down.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. He's looking to throw. He gets loose. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris. And he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Pressure is coming. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Breaks into the clear. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. This will be a 39-yard attempt. Oh, and he knocks it right through.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll run it here. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. Escapes the pocket.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Lets it go quickly. Grab down the middle. It's Montgomery. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down to the 44. The Gators will line up on 1st and 10. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. First down here for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking for the wideout. He's got it in the open.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking for a man. Defense is coming after him. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Short completion. A third down play coming up. Out of the gun now on third down. Moves out of the pocket. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Here he goes. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
Boy, this is every defense's worst nightmare. They have everything covered downfield. The quarterback just has given up on the play, checks it down to the back. And instead of rallying to the football to keep him short of the first down, he is so elusive, he picks up first down yards.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
What was the quarterback thinking here? You're inside the 10-yard line. You got a chance to put points up on the board. You can't just randomly throw the ball into coverage like this.
Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
A great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance to try to get that touchdown.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So forget the tying field goal attempt. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive call. Looking to throw here. Launching one to the end zone. But it's incomplete. A 4th down stop. Turnover on downs.
Chris, they had it. They had exactly what they wanted. I can't believe this would have been a touchdown, but he drops the ball on 4th down.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. He'll hand it off. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. The Soft were able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage. Not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Slides down to avoid the tackle. The Hokies hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On first down, it's play action. The pocket breaking down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's running out of time here. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away to get us going in the second half. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. On the move. They finally chase him down, but a huge return. Very lucky he didn't bring up all the way to the house. Just a bit more space, and he was gone. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. And looking to throw now on first down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line for the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Kearse, the freak, what he was able to do. Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in 06 when the Gators won the national championship. We're still seeing them dominate the line of scrimmage today.
They'll try to run for the first down. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The Hokies will look to convert here on 4th down. Send the back in motion. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Bringing pressure. The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on 4th down, and they'll take over.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Second down after that previous play. Inside give now from the shotgun. Going to try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Man, this defense just flies to the football. So gap sound up front with a defensive line and linebackers coming downhill. Safeties involved. One of the best run defenses in college football.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. And is intercepted.
Well, they come out of that nickel package. The move pays off. Gives them an extra defensive back on the field. A little bit more speed and awareness. And it pays off with this big interception.
And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? The pass rush closing in. Short pass finds the tight end. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
This is why running the football is so important. Run the ball and you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
The Hokies trying to cash in here in the red zone. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They test the middle there, but get F area.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Moves left out of the pocket. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And I love how this defensive coordinator knows how to get after this quarterback. This guy is dangerous when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator understands that, and that's why he's trying to hurry up the process. They get pressure on him here, actually hit him as he's throwing this football.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to scramble. Quick throw to the left side. It is incomplete again. 4th down coming up.
Well, they take a shot into the end zone on 3rd down. They come up empty, but a reasonable field goal attempt now if they want to take it.
Offense on the field. It's 4th down and 9. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the Hokies will look to convert here on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. Pressure is coming, but it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout where they check him out. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. It's a quarterback keeper. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a 1st down.
Defense is spread all over the field. Do a pretty good job here keeping him out of the end zone, but he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That is broken up and incomplete.
Defense does a really good job here of sitting back in zone coverage, making the windows very tight in the middle of that secondary, and it's tough for the quarterback to make that read.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete, looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Makes a quick grab. The defense will wrap them up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught quickly. And the Gators look to keep this drive moving. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Well, the huge hit there. You have to expect to see the ball come loose, but a great job to hang on to it.
Boy, great concentration by the tight end to be able to come up with that catch, but the defense showing how physical they are. When that tight end gets his hands on the ball, they are going to lower the boom.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Oh, that one's picked off. Not much on the return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football at the 42.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback in this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on fourth down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage.
Ready, set.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He'll take a deep shot. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew him. With anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it and just misses it.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up third down.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can snip it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. Got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Running out of time in the pocket. He's going to take off. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? Leading here in the fourth quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch, takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Oh, the defense blows an opportunity. You get them to fourth down, a chance to get the ball back to your offense, and instead it's a first down, and now this one could be over.
Heading left after the handoff. First down, looking for more now. Look at him, but he put the spin cycle on that defender. Wow.
That's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Caught, completion. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Oh, he escapes. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, the defense does a great job here of pressuring the quarterback, but I got to give the quarterback a lot of credit. Instead of taking a negative play, he shows you his athletic ability and fights out and gets all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
They need 8 yards on 4th down to keep this drive going. Looking for a receiver. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! They finish off the scoring drive. Kirk, you play quarterback. How about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. He's been better off leading it in the end zone for a touchback. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Defense is coming after him. He's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
Well, there's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of the quarterback trying to throw a football. And on this play, they end up flushing him out to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football. That's what led to this incompletion.
Looks like he's going to run it. The senior calls his own number and picks up the 1st down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Wide open downfield. Goes down after making the grab, picks up a few yards, but it's short of the 1st down marker. 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looks to the left, pass caught. The Gators are going to keep this drive moving.
Man, it's so valuable to have a back like this who can take a check down and turn it into a 1st down. That level of playmaking is such an asset to a team in today's game.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Florida. That score makes things a lot more interesting here in the 4th quarter with a spot in the national championship game on the line.
This feels like a playoff game now. You can see it on the guys' faces. That was a momentum punch. Now the focus shifts to the opposition. Can they march down and answer, or will they wilt to the pressure?
And the point after is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Pounding away with the run game.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
We reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. Spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? The pass is incomplete. Spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looking deep to the right side. Oh, but he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
Chris, I just don't know about this call. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, third down and long, maybe you run the ball. You know, work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing fourth down and long. I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can secure a victory.
And now the first play of this drive will begin at the 36. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He finally make the stop right near midfield. First down.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in the fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes, and he takes off and picks up a first down.
They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
They're going to run it. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game, final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. It comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game, final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Quick throw to his receiver. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now fourth down.
Well, at this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs, get them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion. That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
The opening play of the drive to begin from the 33. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Playoff themes coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? Running with purpose. They stop him, but it's a first down, and that should be ball game. Spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. In the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with
it.